We are currently joined in by MOS Information Technology, Mr. Rajeev Chandrasekhar with us, sir. A vision document launched by you today. Very clearly, India is once again focusing on becoming a global giant in terms of electronics.
Yes, of course, and I think this is a validation of what the Honorable Prime Minister set out to do in 2014, which is to revive the electronics industry, which, as you know, before pre-2014 was in doldrums. And between 2014 and to 2019-20, just before COVID, we have grown the electronics sector by about 3x to about 76 billion. And we have now faced with this unprecedented opportunity post-COVID, where the world is seeking more trusted sources for electronics. And electronics is one of the largest traded commodities in the world. Our neighbor in the north accounts for about $750 billion of production. We have everything today, in a sense, aligned for us to grow significantly in this space. I am very happy today that the vision document by the industry confirms what the Honorable Prime Minister's vision was, which is that they can do 300 billion. And we will work very actively to making that a reality.
So the government wants to, at least hold a share of 300 billion, sir. But more importantly, there are a lot of apprehensions also, which come with this. That the government could, how would the government do this, or is it even possible, or is it just an aspirational dream of India?
You see, in 2021, when the Honorable Prime Minister said he will vaccinate 1 billion Indians, he was met with the same skepticism and cynicism. India post October 21, when we crossed a billion vaccinations, is proving to the world that if we put our mind to it, if we set our mind on a particular set of objectives, we can deliver on it, we can do it. And so that Sabka Saath, Sabka Prayas, the statement that the Prime Minister has put out there for all Indians to hear and respond to is something that says, look, if we want to do it, we can do it. Today, you can argue that the government said 300 billion, but today it is the industry saying, yes, we can do 300 billion. So the government and the industry both agree on the next 5 years of a set of goals for the electronic sector, its expansion, its growth, and its significance in the global value chain. Then I think we should all agree that we will work together to try and do it.
But it seems that MeitY has been, working continuously. What we've seen in the past is new IT rules being brought in, and now the FAQs regarding the same as well. Do you think these FAQs that have been brought in would shed more light, or perhaps the apprehensions of the social media giants, and clear out, the misadventures that happened between the Government of India and the social media giants?
Our role in the ministry is to essentially make it easy for everybody who is a stakeholder, whether it's a consumer or in an industry, whether it is in electronics, whether it is on the internet. We will create rules, we will create laws, which will be after a process of consultation. And when there are doubts and questions, we will release FAQs. Prime Minister has said ease of doing business and ease of living are the two drivers for policy making in every ministry, and we follow that to a T.
My final question, sir. It seems that the FAQs and even the IT rules at large were brought in because of the fact that there were certain dangers still looming on privacy issues, and hence, IT rules were brought in. They were to ensure that, there's better freedom available, and at the same time, the social media mediaries are held accountable as well. All of those things.
No, I don't want to speculate on all of that. I will say our public policy mission in the Government of India and in MeitY is that the internet should always be open, and the internet should always be safe and trusted for all of its users, and the internet should make the intermediaries accountable to the users they serve. These are certain basic principles, and rules, policies that are created and formulated will only go to emphasize these 4 or 5 points. We believe Article 14, 19 and 21 are constitutionally given rights to our Indian citizens, and everybody on the internet, intermediary, big tech, small tech, must respect those.
It was in continuance to this that I wanted to ask, are we looking at, a major turnaround or a major upheaval in the IT laws as well, sir? Perhaps a need of the hour?
No, there will be no major upheaval in anything. Everything will be, like I said, every policy evolution will be as a result of consultation. It will all be steady. It will never be disruptive. It will continue, our policy objective is to continue to grow the digital economy. We want to hit $1 trillion digital economy. And so therefore we'll be extremely responsible and conscious about that responsibility of a $1 trillion economy.
So thank you so much for joining us. So there you heard from the Minister of State for Information and Technology very clearly mentioning out two very important aims of the ministry. First, of course, being how India wants to hold on to a share of 300 billion when it comes to exporting of electronics, and secondly, 1 trillion economy in terms of digital India. For India Today, this is Mohit Sharma with video journalist Ashwini Helen.